We are super excited to have you guys on this episode today.
You kind of do got to step out on faith, love traveling.
Believe you have it, then you will achieve it. Are you thriving or are you just surviving? If so, today's episode is just for you because we're going to be talking about how to get out of the rat race and the hamster wheel because life is a complete scam. So make sure you stay tuned.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of your Black Girls Den podcast. With your girl, Alicia.
I'm your girl, Sheree.
Yes. Hopefully, if you are listening to this, you are enjoying it. If you are looking at us, you can see it could be a little low energy because life is a scam. And that's why we're recording at 2 o'clock in the morning. Just want to let y'all know if it's low energy, right? But we're going to try to ramp it up. But life is a scam, and we tired, and I'm ready to retire. So, I don't know, but that's what we're going to talk about today, how life is a scam. We over this rat race. And, yeah, just like a safe space to have real, raw conversations because, child, they be saying don't complain. You can only be grateful for so much. So we're going to complain in this episode. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. Okay?
Right.
But before we get into it, we're going to do a Den Diaries segment that we always do. And we're going to do a game called Say What You See. So let me pick something first. And so, I do it. Oh, okay. So this is what this is. Can y'all see this? And then I show it to you. And then you tell me what it is.
Ice and 3.
What do you think?
I hate stuff like this. I mean, I think it's cool. 3.
She picked the game.
I did. 3 with above the ice. Try ice. Tricycle?
No, but that's really good.
Something. Because I'm just thinking like ice pop, like an icicle or something. But that's not it. Okay. Child, my energy's down. My brain cells is getting diminished.
Not your brain cells getting. What is it? Ice. What is this number?
It's number 3.
What's another number for it?
What's the number for 3?
What's another? Yeah, like what? What do you do with ice? You love ice. What do you use ice for?
Oh, like H2O, like water. Use ice to chill something, like to cool it off.
But what is it before it becomes water?
What does it become before it becomes water? Air? What are you? Oh, I'm so confused.
What is it before? What water? It melts.
Right.
But what is it before it melts?
What is ice?
Ice what?
Ice cubes? Ice.
Yes, ice cubes.
What?
Ice Cube. I was gonna say the rapper, but yeah. So I don't know if it's like.
How is that 3 and makes ice cubes? I'm so confused.
Well, that's what they say. I don't know how it makes it.
Child.
But I'm saying the number isn't a cube. Isn't that like? Or is that a 2? You know, like when the thing is on the top of a number.
That's H2O.
No. I'm talking about like when you put a small number on top. Like.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think it was trying to do.
I still don't see how that's ice cube though. I've never seen anything like that for ice. I mean, child, I don't know.
I never seen it, but I think that's what it is like to the something.
Being to your point, because I think ice. Like the drink ice might have a little symbol above it, like the sparkling water drink. I think maybe.
Yes, I was like something that melts. But
let us know if y'all would have guessed that, because how does ice with the number 3 give ice cube?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Ice is
but
3 letters.
So ice is 3 letters, and I just don't understand how that makes ice cube. Child, I don't know. All right.
Yeah, we gonna see.
Gonna see.
You gonna mix it up? Oh.
Yep. Oh.
I'm already nervous.
I gotta see. What is this?
You don't know what it is?
Oh, you might get this actually. You're smart.
Thinking outside of the box.
Oh, okay. That was an easy one. Y'all see that? Think outside of a square, a box.
Yeah.
So... Okay. So she got me on that one. I don't want to retry again. You don't want to retry it? 1-0.
I'm crying. That is
okay,
hilarious.
that was good.
Yeah, that one was kind of easy.
Yeah.
But okay, outside of the box. Boom.
Like, I would have never thought that still. Ice Cube.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to hit them up about that.
Say what you see is said. We don't even know how to say it. But
Y'all get an email from me.
Shree's not feeling that one. But as we are talking about thinking outside the box, that's what we're going to have to do for this conversation that we are getting into. Okay, we got to think outside the box, child, because this rat race of adulting is not fun. Like, adulting sucks. Adulting is ghetto.
It's ghetto.
So we just want to have some conversations about it and just, really like talk about different things. So from life to what you expect it to be to where you are now. How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like you're where you thought you would be at?
Absolutely
10
not.
years ago?
No. So 10 years ago, I was 22, so I was still in college. I was about to graduate. And I wouldn't say I feel like I'm doing bad or anything like that, but when you have that urge in life where it's like, I know I am missing out on more. Like, I feel like I want more out of life. I know I'm supposed to have more. That's the feeling I have right now. And it's not to say that I'm not grateful for what I have, but at the same time, 10 years ago, no, I didn't think I was going to be here. I thought I was going to be on a yacht with Kim Kardashian sipping on some Dom Perignon.
I didn't think about that.
No, I'm just joking. I didn't think that, but no, I didn't think I was going to be right here.
I'm crying. But it's so hard to be grateful when you see things, and then we do talk about how social media is like a comparison thing or whatever. I didn't think I was going to be there, but 10 years ago, I'm trying to think what my age was.
You were 19.
19, yes. So I was actually a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I don't even think I had a 10-year plan then because, baby, I was changing majors, involved in stuff, doing stuff. So I didn't even have a 10-year plan when I was 19. So I don't think that, like, I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to be here. Well, no. I probably thought I was going to be living in Los Angeles for real. At 19. I don't even think I even went to LA yet, so I don't even know. But my sophomore year was crazy because that's like, I moved into, back up a little bit. Freshman year, the second semester, I got into it with some of my like friends that I was supposed to be cool with. So then I ended up moving in with another girl who I was cool with, but then we kind of like fell out after we lived with each other because she was just disrespectful or whatever. So I was like, in my sophomore year, I was hanging out with people. I was involved a little bit in college. And I remember I lived off campus, and I actually ended up getting a second job. I was working at the YMCA like before and after school because I wanted to study abroad that year. So it was like balancing. I don't know. I feel like I do it all the time though. Back then I was balancing school, work, life. Now I'm doing the same thing. But I don't know if I thought like, oh, I'm going to be here at this time because I just, that was before like content creation, travel blogging. That was before any of that stuff. So I don't really know if I had like a plan, but I was like, okay, what do I want my major to be? Well, actually, I think I knew I wanted to be a talk show host. And that's why I couldn't really decide on my major because they didn't have a major that I really wanted to do. So I had to kind of like decide my major because, after your freshman year, they want you to like declare a major.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really declare a major for real my sophomore year until like the second semester. So that's where I was at 10 years ago.
That's so funny because I changed my major like 3 times.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to think. I remember my first, like the semester and then what I was doing. But I don't know. I don't even know what I was doing. I think I was just at home working on campus and then back again. So that's all I know of my sophomore year. So that's where I was at 10 years ago. Didn't think I was going to be here, but also I didn't know where I was going to be at. I was just like, I want to work with kids. That is not what I want to do. So yeah, that's kind of what 10 years ago, what I was thinking of. Now, maybe 5 years ago, I still don't know what I was doing. 5 years ago, I was at home with my parents. So I didn't think I was going to be there. And so if I thought about 5 years ago, I don't think that I would have thought I was going to be right here 5 years ago. No.
Right.
So it's giving. I didn't know where I was going to be at 10 years from 5 years. What about you 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I was already here in Louisville, and I had like definitely, I think, yeah, I was already working at that law firm I was telling you about. I was a court reporter. I had my own apartment, actually. It was right before my best friend moved to Atlanta, and I had like a 2-bedroom apartment. I was doing okay. I was dating the ex I've talked about on this podcast several times.
He about to be like, girl, if you keep mentioning me.
I know. He's going to be like, give me some coins. I need some redemptions. But, no, but, yeah, so I was in a relationship with him, working. I think I was doing okay. I had just got out of the military. That's about it. And I still didn't think I was going to be here 5 years later.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be somewhere more ahead.
Yeah. I feel like, I was like 24. So that's kind of when I was planning. Well, that was definitely COVID. That was COVID for me. So I was planning on moving to Atlanta. I didn't have a job. So it was just kind of, I wasn't really doing anything. Like, I didn't think that. And because it was crazy, when I graduated, I'm the only one that really didn't have a job. But so many people around me got jobs. And I was just like, what the heck? So it's like feeling like literally I'm on this rat race. And what they really don't tell you is like, you're literally competing. Like, they try to say like life isn't competition. Like, but everything is a competition. Everything you're competing. You're competing from that job. You're competing for that graduate assistant. Like, you are competing for everything you are doing. You are selling yourself every single time.
Yep.
And so in college, I don't feel like in my grad school, I don't feel like I got nurtured enough. Well, I don't want to say nurtured enough, but I don't feel like I made good connections and good like opportunities. But I definitely didn't want to stay in Bowling Green. But like a lot of people I knew, they were in housing, so they would go get housing jobs, this, that, or whatever. But when I was looking for jobs, like, of course, I didn't want to go to Bowling Green, and you have to move to get a job and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, where am I going? I'm applying for these jobs, but I'm competing for everybody else who's graduating with the same dang degree and the same dang experience for real. So I guess I didn't really know like how much of like competition it was, and I'm not really competitive, I should say. But I think that's one thing too that I feel like I learned. Like, you literally are competing for every single thing. So I think that's kind of the downfall. And I didn't have a job, so I had to move back home with my parents. And that was just another episode. It was a not thing. And then I literally went to work at a daycare, and I was like, I cannot do this. Then actually I worked at Kroger. I did both of those, Kroger and the daycare. And then I was like, I'm gonna move to China. And then the pandemic happened, and so I didn't move to China.
Right.
But yeah, and so I feel like that was going to kind of be my way out the rat race, was to go abroad, because I feel like when you live abroad, you get money. You don't have to be in this rat race and work.
Right.
And then just like medical stuff is different. How you can go to the doctor. This retirement is a scam. So it's just like, just too much. So that's my thought.
And then if you look at it, like Americans compared to like other countries, it seems like we're ahead in some instances, but some instances we are not. You know, especially like, I think it's like Iceland, they have free health insurance. And I think in Canada, don't they as well? So I'm like, yeah, health insurance is a big, huge part of scamming in life.
Yeah, well, this guy from Canada, he said, well, at least you can get a doctor. You got to wait longer times.
I can see that.
Because of that. And like Europe, something in London do U.S. healthcare. But the healthcare in America is a scam. You got to go to one doctor to get to another doctor to get to that doctor.
All these damn referrals.
Like, I don't need a referral. I know exactly what I need. And then you got to, get this check first before this, before that. No, it's the insurance. And then you pay for insurance every month, and you still have to pay a bill. I got a bill right now. And child, don't come looking for me because I ain't got it. But like, how am I paying monthly? My job is not paying for that. I said the only reason why your insurance is connected to your job is because they're like, how would you pay? They want to know about your job.
Exactly.
You're paying into your insurance. Your job is not paying for
what you're doing is paying into other people's medical bills.
And baby, that needs to be mine, okay?
So, because you don't even go to the doctor every year. You may only go to the doctor like once a year.
No, I go to the doctor every month.
So, but I know, but I'm saying like the realistic overview of it, of people that have insurance, most of them probably only go to the doctor like at least a couple times a year.
And they get the money. But that's what I'm saying.
You're paying all that money.
That's exactly why I go to the doctor every year. But this year, that's why I don't go to the doctor every month or whatever. But that's why I go to the doctor frequently, because I'm paying for it.
Because you're paying for it.
But this time, I did get a new job. So I kind of was like, let me figure this out. So I kind of did the HSA thing, whatever that is. It's like, it's a lower amount of money and like your job pays for something. You can put some money in to help you get different things. And I was talking to my coworker. She was like, we seen our check. We was like, girl, a whole bunch of money is coming out. She's like, oh, I put it into my HSA. I said, oh, I put what my employer puts into the HSA. Right. I don't got no more money putting into the HSA. And then you go and you still got to pay a bill. You still got to pay a deductible. Like, it's crazy out here.
Yes.
And then retirement. Ooh, that's another thing. My last job that I had, I was able to get all my money from my retirement. These other jobs, they vested and stuff like that. You got to wait 3 years. And it's like, I'm putting money in and I'm waiting 3 years. And so I don't feel like also being like young, you know about the vesting, you know about how to retirement, but also they effed us over because they had pensions. And now the government, well, businesses don't give you pensions, but now the government wants to tell you how you spend your money. Like, how you going to tell me how to spend my money that I'm saving for retirement because it's going into the market? I don't care about the market. I care about my thing because they said Social Security is not going to be there when you get there. So it's just like, how can we prepare ourselves to not be on this rat race, but we're not even learning anything? They're like, oh, save now, save now. Well, what am I saving? I don't have no money to save. I look to see what I can save for my retirement every month. Child.
It's barely anything.
I might as well not even save for my retirement. I'm not just keep on working.
I know with my job now, like I have money going automatically into my retirement fund, but the deductions that come out are treacherous. Like half my damn check is gone to Social Security, income taxes, state taxes, federal taxes, city taxes. Why are these damn taxes coming out? And I don't have no kids, so I'm about to get ate up every time.
Yeah, I did notice that. So I would say that's the difference when you live in different states and stuff like that. So to your point about
we're in the Commonwealth, so
yeah, and they said that they could take out more taxes, and I see that. And so before you were talking about, oh yeah, retirement, and you're saying the money coming out. Yeah, my last job, it was like 6%. My dad's like, that's good, that's good. I'm like, no, that's 6% out of my check.
Right.
Like, no. But yeah, I got a new job, as I was saying. I don't know. I literally don't even pay attention to taxes. I didn't think about it, whatever.
Right. It's really not anything you can really pay attention to because it's inevitably going to come out of your check.
Yes.
Until you do tax exemptions or you have certain write-offs or something like that.
But then when I looked at this new check, I was like, hold on. Jefferson County tax, but people was complaining about that too. So I was like, okay, that's another thing too. When you go to, I lived in Georgia. I don't know what Georgia is, but it's not a Commonwealth state. So that's another thing too. Even when you looking about moving and relocating, like you really got to look up the laws and the states and the taxes. I can't do nothing about it because I'm living here, right? But in Georgia, like I didn't see like all those different taxes, but I do know like
they're not going to be.
If you live in Indiana and you work in Louisville, you're going to get taxed two times. And so I don't know how I feel about that. That's why I said I probably won't ever work in Indiana because tax 2 times? No, thank you.
I think Florida has no state income taxes.
No, yeah.
You know, there are several states in Texas.
But also they get you on that housing.
Yes.
That's what they get you. And so that it's kind of like what
property taxes ain't no joke.
Property taxes where they get you at. So it's not that, but I don't know about Georgia property tax, but I'm like, what is like this Commonwealth? They literally give taxes. And that's true. I like, baby, what am I paying taxes for? I don't got no kids and y'all ain't fixing no dang roads. Right. My kids going to school and they can't even be protected because people are pew-pewing. No. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. So that's a rat race. Taxes are a rat race. This lady said, I don't think black people should pay taxes. That should be their reparations. And I agree. I stand. Who wants to get on the politics and run for that? You're getting my vote.
Exactly. And I just think overall in life being a scam, the main thing is the job, period. Like, why do we have to work all the way from the age of 18 to 65?
14. I mean,
yeah, 16, it could be 16. That. So you can work collectively for 50 years. Then you have to estimate lifespan after that for about maybe 5, at most 10 years. So you're enjoying your life for about 5 more years after 65.
Yeah.
And you save up all that money for what?
You know, they're trying to move.
And you're working 50 damn years. 50 years. Moving to what? Lower or higher?
No, they're trying to move it higher. Well, because people are 65.
We may not even get to 60 years old.
Yeah, I'm going to get to 60. I'm going to get to 100.
I hope to God so.
But this lady was talking about it.
Realistically, I don't think so for me.
That you're going to get to 60?
No.
Why not?
People of my mom's generation are dying 50 years old.
Well, we're not that generation. Girl, you don't even eat meat. You good. You going to have...
No, there's so many other things that's killing me off. Wi-Fi, this microphone, this laptop. The foods that we eat are full of GMO. Like, I try to eat healthy as I can, but can't escape every little thing.
I know, but I'm saying I don't want you to be dying at 50. And
I mean, I don't want to either.
Yeah, no, I'm like...
I mean, God forbid. I would love to have 40 more years at least on this earth, but I'm just saying realistically, the stuff they put in the damn atmosphere, like airborne diseases.
That's why
biowarfare, like
the American dream is moving out of America.
Yeah, it is.
That's the American dream. Okay, so bump this American dream, buying this, and that's like a whole bunch of like generational wealth, black eggs, and like, baby, y'all can have these houses. I don't want no house. I mean, I do want a house, but I don't want a house. I actually want to really build my house, but like, don't want no house. Like, it's the rat race is dead. So yeah, we have education, right? But then it's like, okay, now you get a house, now you get that. That's why it's like living with the Joneses. It's like, I don't really care to buy a house. If I don't have two incomes, I'm not buying a house. And so as single women, we really got to think about it, because baby, we not married, and child, we don't even know when we're going to get married. So we have to really kind of figure out like how to get off the rat race, whether that's getting a high paying job, moving out of America. Like, you really kind of got to navigate the best ways that can work for you. Right. Because they not about to be out here saving you, because they like, you ain't got no kids. You ain't get no tax break. They don't even want to help you. And that's why I'm like, baby, I don't know. I'm not trying to get canceled. But like, if you don't want your child, baby, don't have them.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't want to pay for, I don't even have kids and I'm paying for other people's kids. I don't like the tax. I don't understand that. Right. Like, that don't sit right with me. So
it doesn't at all.
And then, especially if my kids don't go to the schools or whatever, it's like, what the heck is going on? I get the fundamental part about it, but also it's just like, we're literally struggling. Like, the fact that people can't even afford to live on their own. They have to either house hack, have a roommate, live with their family. Like, I've seen so many people on YouTube talking about moving in at like 30 and 40. Somebody's like 45. They're still living with their parents. And it's sometimes
I can see it for sure.
Sometimes it's not by choice.
And this might be controversial to say, but I don't condone it. But I see why people commit fraud, because if they want to try to get ahead of life.
We do not commit fraud over here.
I don't condone, but I see why people do, because again, to your point about how people try to keep up with the Joneses, especially if they're in a certain industry and they're trying to, keep this perceived lifestyle and they're running out of money. What else can they do to try to make a quick little buck or a bag? Like, they may start going out here committing these criminal offenses just to keep their lifestyle up, and you shouldn't have to even do that.
Yeah, this girl was on Facebook talking about quit scamming us. We ain't got it. I was crying. My friend literally got scammed. It's so horrible.
But people be scamming themselves though. They be so quick to buy something from a celebrity and endorse them than they will just an ordinary person. Like, and I feel like so many people try to, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say like compare themselves to other people in a sense, but it's like, I don't know. I find like, to me, if someone is famous and they sell something, it will instantly get sold out. Not no shade, no tea to them, but they brought up a really good point. Like, when Chloe and Halle was on TikTok live, you know how you can send people roses, send them whatever. People were sending them money, and people were like, why are y'all sending them money when they're rich? Y'all should be sending us ordinary folks on live, money. That doesn't make sense. Like, why are y'all sending them roses? It's no shade, no tea to them. But why are you sending them money when they are already rich? That makes no sense. Because I'm like, you can't fix stupid. Like, that's what I'm saying. Example. Like, why are you giving money to people that's already rich? They should be giving money to you all that's watching them.
Exactly.
Not the other way around.
No.
Just like how everybody wanted to make Kylie Jenner a billionaire so badly. They started to GoFundMe just for her. You don't remember that? When she was like $1 million short of becoming like a billionaire. Back when she had her little cosmetic line, she started it 7 years ago or whenever it was. They started a GoFundMe for Kylie Jenner to become a billionaire. And I'm like, why would I do that? Like, her family can easily give her that money, and she's already a billionaire.
No talent.
That makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
And I'm saying stuff like that. Her. Y'all just love to endorse people that are inspirational to you, but in the end of the day, they won't do nothing for you if it comes down to it.
It's literally
They'll
a
turn
business.
the other cheek.
It's literally a business. I don't hear Kylie talk about nothing. She just has her kids. She keep quiet. I don't know too much about her, but I would say they scamming Atlanta. My friend just got scammed. And I was like, I don't know. She literally got sold she said a phone, AirPods, and like Apple Watch, and it was like $260.
That already sounds like a scam.
Yeah, and so, but she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting a deal," but I was like, "Oh okay," and it's so sad because it's like people don't have that money to lose at all. Like, people don't have money to lose, and it's sad. But it's like people are really out here scamming, and then she found out it didn't even work.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but I was like,
none of them.
None of them work. So I don't like the victim.
At least it was only $200 something.
But it's like that. But it's like, who wants to lose $200 something for that?
Exactly.
So that's crazy. To your point of talking about people committing fraud or something like that. And then it's like, okay, well, JT went to jail for fraud, so I don't know, baby, credit cards and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know. But at this point, it's just like, pay my bills or be on the street. And it's like, we really shouldn't have to live like that. We really should be able to like thrive in our lives and different things like that. So
right,
that's kind of what we're trying to do. But it's so much with like balancing and life and trying not to be on this rat race. But yeah, even working like the 40 hours, how you were saying, like working from 14 to 60 or something like that. And it's just like, well, what are we working for if we're not getting nothing for it?
Right.
These people don't even want to pay these corporations. Amazon's making their people go in to work so they don't got to do layoffs.
Oh, wow.
They're making them, everybody.
I did hear their pay got increased a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to make a big difference or not.
But guess what? Just what happened. So Amazon.
More taxes, though.
Exactly. So they're going to get that bonuses. Mm-hmm. Amazon did that so they don't have to do for layoffs. But I just heard something that the government, so I guess the government is trying to help a little bit, but it's always not going to help because the government was saying that if you don't pay your salary people at least $58K, something, $58K, $200, if they're exempt from overtime, they have to at least make $58,000
okay.
if they're on salary, right? Guess what they did?
Bumped it right underneath.
No, they put everybody to hourly.
Oh, back to hourly. That makes sense.
And so that's why. So everybody's hourly now. So it's like y'all don't want to pay people at all.
No, they don't.
So it's like, what am I working for you? I'm not getting no benefits. Y'all even, like 58 is literally like that's no money yet. That's like 30,000 now.
Right.
So it's just like, what are we doing? And they be like, people don't want to work. People don't want to work. No, people don't want to work for free because that's what you're doing.
They want to do hard labor just for pennies.
Like these $13 and $14 isn't getting nowhere.
Oh, not at all.
So I don't understand. They was talking about all these too because they was like, they're trying to make it $30, but they was like, full-time workers get health insurance, but they was like, but I bet you nobody gonna be full-time. Like, well, I can't work because I got another job. But it's just like, the rat race is kind of like, it's never ending. No. So it's like, where do we go?
It's not going to end until you get into the grave, honestly. I feel like even as an established person, you know, after you obtain a certain level of success, if you get to the financial freedom part, you still have so many bills and so many other responsibilities to worry about. I mean, I would love to get to that point where I have things paid off. I don't have to worry about it, but you're going to have bills until the end of time.
Yeah, that's why you might as well spend it now.
Exactly.
But I do want to get a financial freedom because you're saying, like, I do want to be on, like, I want to be on trips, luxury. Like, I want to do the yachts and the stuff like that, like the beach house, which, like.
And I feel like that's the only way to escape the rat race.
Is what?
Is like obtaining financial freedom.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, even though you do have these bills, at least you have the luxury of taking the trips, like you said, being able to go out and do different excursions. You don't have to wake up every day wondering, how am I going to get my next meal? There's people out here that literally cannot pay their light bill, and it's so sad. My heart goes out to you, you know, if that's something you're struggling with right now, or if you know someone that is, because that's not a fun place to be. I've had friends, family members that barely could pay their bills or do anything, and it's just so sad to see.
How do you feel about when people be like, not more money's more money, more problems, or when they be like, money can't make you happy?
I don't think that's true. I feel like money can make you happy in some extents. I feel like it depends on what your issues are. I feel like it doesn't necessarily make you happy. Money doesn't make you live in peace. I will say that. But it can definitely, because happiness is just a temporary feeling. So I think it can add to the emotions of it. If I got $1 million a day, ain't no way in hell I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to be happy. Like, I'm going to wake up, I'm quitting my job, and I'm going to go travel the world and do my thing and start a corporation or something like that, you know, and pay my family's bills off. Like, so even though it's temporarily, I can say that in a sense, going through life's motions and stuff like that, it's not always going to keep you happy, but you know, it can definitely help aid in some ways.
Yeah, I think it can help you be happy, but to the point, it's like, this is so funny though. Y'all know Diddy or whatever. Kevin on stage was like, more money, more problems. And then he was like, well, they called him Evo. They was like, more jail time. I was crying. I was so little weak, but that's to your point. So like, because you could really do evil with money, and so
yeah, you can.
I don't think money brings you happiness. I think money brings you options. Money gives you resources. Because like, now I don't agree with that. Like, I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce than a this if a dude is cheating on me. That's not what I'm saying. But
no.
money will give you
letting your dignity go down.
Yeah, money gives you options and resources, as we all know. So like, if I do get $1 million, yeah, I have the option to quit my job. I have the option to move. I have resources. Like, if I'm not happy and I'm truly not happy, I have options. Like, maybe that's getting surgery. What don't I like about myself? Maybe that's going to a therapist. Maybe that's getting quality access to even better foods and stuff like that. So helping your family and different things like that. So I don't really like when they say money doesn't because like, money does provide something, and that's why everybody needs money and everybody's trying to get money for everything it is. We also do live in a capitalist society, but that's another thing, talking about like influence and stuff like that. I never really do influencers, but it's like, as in like, I want to be an influencer or stuff like that. Like, you like them, but even that, like, they're keeping up capitalism, consumerism, but like, they're like, they're getting everything for free, but they want you to buy everything. This girl's like, y'all making them rich. And it's like, they get that stuff for free. They don't pay for that stuff, or they turn it back. But then I went to like look at some people's stuff. It was like a dress was like $130. Like, no, I'm not paying that. And so it's like, influencers, like, okay, they're cool, but like,
they keep you in the rat race.
They be going to all these places doing all these things, and then you have to pay for this. They like, oh, buy this, I use this, buy this. Like, that's why I was always like, I'm a content creator, because I'm not going to be over here like, buy this, or whatever. And it's just like, that's your job, and so you're going to get a percentage of that. And so now we do know it's a job, and it's like, no, like, if you can't afford it, it's like kind of like keeping up with the Joneses. We can't do that. And so I feel like everything is like how to get your money, but there's nothing on like how to save your money. And people ain't really talking about IRAs or retirement or how to save your money. It's all about spend. This lady was This lady was like, black people just wear their money.
I mean, she ain't really wrong though.
Yeah, she was saying
I would say
that.
collectively, statistically, it has been proven that black women or black people spend the most on like clothes, makeup, name brands, any of that type of materialistic stuff.
And that's a name brand too. And that's why I've never been like a materialistic girl. I do like purses and stuff like that, but I'm not really about material. And that's another thing. And so it's hard to be around some people because they be like, oh, like this bag, or oh, this. And it's like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, y'all, like, when I think about my business mind, I be like, y'all are rocking another brand. Whether that's Sean, John, Tiffany, like, you're literally marketing for another brand. If you as a business, as Jay-Z, like, you need to market your own brand. I'm not saying everybody has to be an entrepreneur. But like, you're marketing for them. And so when I see that, I'm like, y'all not wearing my name, baby. I'm not wearing your name, is how I feel. But it's like, we are so like capitalist. Well, it's a capitalist society or whatever, but it's like, we're consuming, but it's like, we don't even have the wealth. But then also, it's not fair to say, because genuinely, like, I mean, we built the country in a sense, but we never got none of that wealth. But so then it's like, okay, we have houses, we have this, but people don't have those conversations going back to like generational wealth and trauma. Like, people don't talk about money. And so I was like, actually, my dad talked a little bit about money. It wasn't like a conversation, but some houses, they don't talk about money. They just like, I ain't got enough money, or we got to wait to payday or something like that. Thankfully, that was never in my house, but people do have those conversations, and those things are lack of conversations. So I think within that, this whole money, the pension, because I meet these people, they be at their jobs for 30, 40 years and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. We don't have that. So it's like another thing. So like, no pensions. Now it's IRA. Now it's 401k. So it's just like all these different things that are happening at once. Now you don't stay at your job as long. Now you try to go to this job. You have to hop jobs and titles to just get a quarter.
Yes.
Yes, you do. Some gum.
I'm weak. But yeah, I mean, I think overall, like I said, when I see people at my job, there'll be 60, 70, even 80-year-olds that's still working. And I'm like, I really hope y'all are working just because you're bored.
But do they have retirement?
But some of them, that's the thing. Some of them don't have retirements. I had a community branch manager come in for a financial seminar one day. And he was telling us that his mother is 75, still working. And he has his own income, you know, and his wife has her income as well. But they don't have enough money to retire his mom, because they have to pay on their house, they have to pay on their cars, things like that. So sadly enough, her being 70 years old, she still has to work, because guess what? When she was our age and younger, she wasn't saving any money. So in a sense, it is important to save money. Like, I firmly believe, like, you can't keep saving and saving. You can't take it with you. But just for her as an example, you should not be 75 at nobody's job. You should be chilling with your grandchildren, living your life, waking up, having to sip on your morning coffee, watch a TV show, and going about your business. Like, you should not be clocking in and clocking out at nobody's job that old. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, you can't save, but you can't save your way from poverty. You can't save your way to financial freedom.
Right.
You really do have to invest in different things like that.
Yeah, you do.
Or start your own business and stuff, because like literally, like, it's so crazy. Yeah, my parents aren't that old, but they still do work. I know your parents are retired, but my dad, he's bored. I'd be like, child, I wouldn't be bored. I would not be bored. I'm telling people, like,
right.
Not be bored. Or I'm saying,
so your dad really probably doesn't have to work. He just kind of chooses to.
Yeah, he chooses to because he wants the money, and then he doesn't want to be bored.
Right.
Which I said, if I stayed at home, I wouldn't be bored. I don't know.
I would be finding a hobby after hobby after hobby.
I am confused. Like, there's these two ladies. I love them dearly. I work with them, but they was like, if they was like, they couldn't stay at home because they was bored. I said, y'all don't have hobbies.
Right.
Baby, if I was at home, if my man paid the bills and he told me I didn't have to work,
right,
baby, hobby here, hobby there, boo boo boo, hobby everywhere, hobby lobby.
Right.
Like,
I'll be at home starting a home cooked food network or something. Some
like,
kind of home based
I was
business.
like, okay, the home based. I'm like, I could make money, but I could really like thrive and be in that. So I was telling my friend, like, if I could stay at home, I would stay at home. Like, I would not be bored. Like, having to go out here to do this, do that, and do something that you don't like, it's crazy to me. So it's just like, I don't know. I was like, I wouldn't be bored. Let me know, would y'all be bored if y'all was able to stay at home? If you have kids, but if you don't have kids also as well. I wouldn't be bored if I had kids, especially not because I would be helping with them. But then I wouldn't be bored if I was by myself. I would find so many things to do. I wouldn't be bored. So
I'm like, if my husband was working and he couldn't go nowhere, I'm gonna be traveling. I'm like, I'll see you back in 2 weeks. I'm going to Sweden. I'm going to France.
He's gonna say that's not in the budget.
Well, if it is, it is. If it's not, I'm gonna have to find my own stream of income.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, well, hopefully he could travel. Hopefully he has a remote job. We could travel places together.
Right.
This girl, she was traveling places together, like with her man and stuff like that. Yeah, I would be traveling. I would be going places, but I don't know. I just wouldn't be bored. Like,
right.
I wouldn't be bored. I just know me.
You know, my daddy's been retired for about 10 years now.
Is he bored?
He is very boring in general anyway, but he actually does entertain himself. He's trying to teach himself how to become like a pilot, so he actually does like a real flight simulator. He's done that for like the past 3 years. He's got a boat, so he's done that for like 5+ years, I think. And then he is a CB radio operator, so he gets on like the ham radio. He's been doing that for like 15+ years. This is what truck drivers use to communicate. So my grandfather, I don't know why he had all these radios and stuff like that. I have to ask my mom the story behind it. But that's essentially how my dad got into being a ham operator. He loves it. And like, that's his main hobby. And then also they got an RV. I told you about that. So they started doing that. They started doing like traveling and everything. So every couple years, my dad and my mom, they pick up new hobbies. And my mom started a YouTube channel, which I don't even know what her channel's called.
Recently?
Like last year. I think it was called like Life of RV Couple or something like that.
Yeah, like with
so, you know, they find things to do to make sure they're not being bored. Because for one, they'll kill each other, but do
not promote violence.
You know, they've been married for over 35 years. I'm like, child, it's kind of, you got to let your spouse do their own thing.
It's been 70 years between our parents.
Yeah, that's crazy. Only if I could imagine. So,
yeah, we're going to get there.
Yeah. Faith a little shaky.
She might
get there. She might get there. I'm not in God's favor of finding a good man. He ain't laid his hand on me yet to find one. He's putting these dusties in my life, or the devil keeps sending them.
I'm crying.
It's a whole nother discussion.
I'm crying, but I was gonna say to that point, like not doing the rat race. What you're saying is like getting a hobby, trying to find something, like changing up your routine, whether that's traveling, taking a class, finding a new hobby, reading a book, going out, like doing gardening or whatever. Like that also keeps you off of the rat race because you find something that you actually really enjoy. Skating. It's about to be fall season. Well, no, it already is fall, so it's about to be like that season to like go out, do different things. It's holiday and stuff like that. So trying to like find things to do also can keep you off the rat race, and you don't feel like you're just going.
Yeah, just in the same systematic routine, doing the same mundane things over and over and over again. So yeah.
If you're creative, you could start a podcast. Now let us know. or you can start your YouTube channel or whatever. So different things like that. And actually what, passive income definitely helps you. So this YouTube channel could help us too if you all watch us and get to 4,000 watch hours. We could start making some moolah,
Right,
baby.
yes, get monetized.
Yeah, so we are trying to get monetized. And so I would say one thing that I'm trying to do is I really am trying to debate on if I should be a real estate agent. A couple of my friends said I would be good at being a real estate agent.
Oh, yeah. Because you're very informative and you like to talk. Because I'm like, real estate agents, they got to tell you about the house.
Yeah. But what's crazy is, I feel like I learned about real estate when I was like younger. I knew a little bit about it, but I also knew that my parents, they had renters. And I knew this lady that did it. And she was telling me to do it. Oh, yeah. Like they sold the house and they rented. So I knew like, okay, that's real estate. But it's like I wrote a book about a lady and her daughter, the mom is like a real estate agent. So I'm like, oh, that's so cool. So I could think about that. Because I do go to networking events. I do like to talk to people, but I was like, I like to talk about what I like to talk about. So I don't know about that one. But to sell a house or whatever, but also going to investing and stuff like that can really help me. And I met this guy at my job last year, my old job. Like that's what he said that was his retirement plan, was to like his houses or his real estate is going to be like his retirement money.
Yeah, I mean, being in real estate honestly is one of the best revenues to help you to escape the rat race. And then another way is stock markets. If you can figure it out, I know that's a puzzle and maze in itself, but so many people have invested into stocks and day trading. I don't even know.
Now, I don't know if she's legit.
Bitcoin.
But Black Girls Invest. It's Black Girls Invest too. She does stock trade. She actually lives in Mexico right now. And she's retired. And she helps you like invest with stocks and trade. And
yes,
stuff
I have
like
heard
that.
about her.
Oh, you have? I watched her video today on YouTube about relocating to Mexico. It's like, I know how to relocate. I just need a remote job. Also, I don't know if you ever thought about this. Well, do you want to live out the country or you don't really care?
I've thought about it several times.
I was going to tell you this. I know we talked about a remote job. I don't know if you want to move here, but Tulsa, Oklahoma has a remote life thing. Like you can move there if you can work remotely. Like they'll help you move there and stuff.
Oh, is that the funding? Is this specifically for Black women where they're paying people to live there?
I don't know if it's specific for Black women, but it's called like a remote.
It's like some kind of funding.
I wouldn't think it's like Tulsa remote,
like a scholarship or something like that. But yeah, because I think Launch to Wealth, her podcast has talked about that before.
Oh, okay. I know somebody
places that will pay you to relocate to these cities is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of them. Now the other ones are a little crazy.
Yeah, it's only she's talked about maybe 5 or 6 on her channel, and I think she did mention Tulsa, Oklahoma. Actually.
Oh yeah, they offer $10,000, which I mean that's kind of okay. That's like the first month into move there.
How long do you have to live there though? What is
I think
the stipulation?
It's a year.
Just a year.
I'm thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
I know 2 people. This girl, she moved from Atlanta. She moved there, and then she ended up moving to Dallas. This other lady I know, she moved there from Atlanta, but now she's like moving to Africa. So I was like, okay. Girl.
I wonder why they're paying people to relocate though.
Because they want to get the city up and booming.
They want to build up their economy.
Yeah, but everybody's moving from there, so I don't know.
I don't know much about Tulsa, Oklahoma. My friend is from out there. Actually, she's from Oklahoma, like the Nebraska area. And she liked it, but that was when she was a kid. So, child, I don't know what Nebraska or Oklahoma's begging for. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma, like the Black Wall Street and stuff like that. I guess they're just trying to, like, get it up and running.
I would like to go visit it.
I do. It's on my list to visit.
Or, like, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
It's in Wisconsin.
I know. I just said Milwaukee.
Oh. I mean, I always heard that Black people lived out there, so I just wanted to visit it to just see what it's like.
And I feel like I haven't been to Milwaukee. I've only been to, I don't know. Actually, I've been to Wisconsin, one place in Wisconsin. I have to go. I've been to Michigan, Wisconsin. I have to go to Minnesota. That's where I have to go to.
Yeah, I would like to go to Minnesota too. I don't think I would live up there because, child, I can't do that
it's
cold.
Too cold.
But I'd love to see Minneapolis, go to the Mall of America, see where Prince is from.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. That's what I'm trying to do. Like within this next couple, not months, but several months. That's the 2 things that I would do there. But yes, I don't know if y'all ever thought about looking into living out the country remote or like getting a remote job and stuff like that. Now, if y'all do know anything, please let me know because I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Let me know too.
Because baby, but I was like, oh, maybe I could live in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a year. I don't know. Remote. like have a remote job and do something like that. We're just trying to figure out how to get out the rat race. So if you know anything about it, let us know. This is a safe space, so we wanted to just talk about it.
Unrealistically, but you could hit the lottery to escape the rat race.
Oh yeah, you could play the lottery. That is true.
You know, but that's a slim chance in that. But some people get lucky.
I haven't played the lottery. My dad loves the lottery. I don't play the lottery.
I've never played it in my life.
Yeah,
no, I think I've done scratch-offs, but getting lottery tickets, I've never bought them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm just like, I'm never going to expect to win. I know that's a pessimistic mentality to have, but I'm like, out of all these people, and people be buying them up.
They be buying them up?
Oh, yeah.
The lottery?
Yes.
It says for the Tulsa remote, you can relocate to Tulsa within 12 months of approval. Oop, I might need to apply next year.
Oh.
That can get me closer to that side.
Oh, yeah, closer to the West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast, baby. So, yeah, do you have anything else to talk about the rat race and life's a scam?
I don't think so, because, I mean, we pretty much covered it all. I mean, all the way from health insurance to your job. And we don't even want to get into, like, relationships, dating, and all of that type of stuff, you know. But I really don't have nothing else to say besides adulting is ghetto, like we said in the beginning of this episode.
Adulting is ghetto.
And that's what this podcast is about. It's about navigating through adulthood and also building up a community and safe space for you all to feel comfortable to deflect how you feel. And if you have any complaints, let us know so we can discuss them.
Put them in the comments.
Yes.
Complain in the comments. We love to read them. Follow us on all social medias. Mm-hmm. And if you listen to this podcast app, leave a review. And you could maybe get your review read in one of our next episodes.
Yes.
So, yeah, stay tuned for another episode. We are so excited that you are listening to us and share with your family and your friends.
Oh, and don't forget to check out our 30th episode, which was GQ inspired, where we got to know each other. And then it was a way for you guys to get to know us as well. We asked 30 questions and we answered them.
Yes. So. And if you want to, support us, you can get a mug or a wine glass. They're really, really cute. And your first purchase, you get 15% off. So, yes, go check that out. Those will be in the description. The link will be below. If you want to support and help us send college women their first passport, the link will be below as well.
Yep.
It's $150. No amount, is too small. So check us out there. Okay. And Black Girls Den is out.